Welcome to Echo No More, clear, credible, court-ready documentation in high-conflict parenting. No hype, no legal jargon, no drama. I'm Dr. James. If you're new here, I'm really glad you found this space. This podcast is for protective parents navigating high-conflict custody situations, especially when the other parent is manipulative, emotionally unsafe, or unpredictable. I'm not a lawyer, and this podcast isn't legal advice. What I am is a parent who has lived through this system, and someone whose attorneys over and over again told me the same thing. Your documentation is excellent. They told me it made their job easier. They told me it protected my credibility. And they told me it changed how my case was received. That's why I'm sharing this. Not to teach you how to fight, but how to document calmly, clearly, and in a way courts actually understand. This is parent to parent, calm, grounded, and focused on protecting your child without losing yourself. This episode is often where parents finally feel some relief. Because once you understand what courts actually care about, you can stop trying to do everything. Most parents assume courts want details, emotional explanations, full context, and character information. That assumption makes sense, but it's wrong. Courts care about patterns, frequency, consistency, child impact, stability over time. They care far less about emotional intensity, long explanations, who sounds more upset, and who explains themselves best. This isn't because feelings don't matter. It's because courts are decision-making systems, not emotional ones. Judges do not read documentation the way you read a personal story. They skim, they scan, they look for repetition. If everything is documented, nothing stands out. Early on, I documented almost everything because everything felt important, and emotionally it was. But legally, it wasn't helpful. Once I shifted to documenting what repeated, my records became clearer and easier to read. That's when my attorneys said, "This is exactly what the court needs." Understanding this frees you from the pressure to capture every moment. You're not minimizing harm by being selective. You're making harm visible in the language the system understands. Patterns speak louder than pain, and restraint is not silence, it's strategy. Before we close, I want to remind you of something important. You don't need to document everything, you don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to convince anyone with emotion. Calm documentation is power. If this episode helped you, you will find a full structured system in my guide, Clear, Credible, Court Ready. It's designed to support, not replace, your attorney. And if you want help turning everything you're documenting into something organized and usable, you can visit www.echonomorecoaching.org to download my guide on how to create a clear, court-ready documentation binder. Take what helps, leave what doesn't, and most of all, take care of yourself. I'll see you next week.